Van Lishout at Prince of Peace Lutheran Church in Eagle River, Wisconsin. Today is February 3rd, and we just turned the page on January. Yesterday was Groundhog's Day, and I really do not know what the groundhog predicted, but it's always a fun tradition to look and see what happens. This week, the focus will be on, it's warmer out, so the focus will be on going and doing some home visits, as well as putting some finishing touches on Ash Wednesday and planning ahead for our Lenten services. Sherry is working on Wednesday evenings in Lent, and it's the theme is prayer for the nations, and she's got some really neat ideas, so we look forward to sharing those with you. Wednesday night will be choir and confirmation, and on Thursday our education team meets. Personally, I will be doing my second to the last of my 6-year term for the Board of Directors affiliation out of the FSPA Sisters in La Crosse, so I'm getting to be a little eager to be done with that chapter in my life. This Saturday and Sunday, the girls are at their last swim meet, Lily and Hope, and it'll be in Rhinelander at the divisional championships. I would like to finish with a reflection by my good friend Sally, who is a spiritual director, and I met her through working at Marywood, and it's called A Lantern in the Darkness. There is really a deep well inside me, and in it dwells God. Sometimes I am there too, and that is all we can manage these days, and also all that really matters, that we safeguard that little piece of you, God, in ourselves. The above words were written by Eddie Hellesum, a young Jewish woman who lived during the Nazi invasion of Holland in the 40s. Those were dark and uncertain times full of fear and suffering. Eddie herself experienced that suffering firsthand in a place called Westerbork, a holding camp where she wrote those words before finally being deported to a concentration camp. It is amazing to read her diaries and see how she managed to keep her faith and trust in God and in the goodness of humanity. And Sally writes, I can't help but make comparisons between her time and ours, even though the suffering endured by millions of people was much more than we can imagine. Our world today is dark and uncertain too. Everywhere we turn there is sickness and death, fear and division, unrest and injustice. It seems like the whole world has lost its way. That leaves me with a question. How do we safeguard that little piece of God within us? Here are some suggestions that I try as I struggle to find peace, calm, and truth and beauty. Limit intake on the news. Talk shows, opinions of experts, whether that be TV, apps on the phone, Facebook, but listen instead to music, uplifting podcast, unbiased news reporting. Number 2, get outside every day in nature. Go for a walk, if you can, or simply sit outdoors with your feet grounded in the earth. Number 3, look for beauty every day and add some beauty of your own to the world. 4, spend 20 minutes each day in silence, letting go of all fears, worries, and concerns, and place them in the hands of God. And number 5, stay away from people who are toxic with negativity, anger, and strong opinions. Instead, connect with those who nurture you, feed your soul, and leave you feeling better and hopeful. No doubt there are countless other things we can do to help ourselves and others get through these dark and challenging times. We can be light for one another. We must be light for one another. The famous Eastern poet Rumi penned these words over 800 years ago, but they are also relevant today. But it is still dark. If our hearts do not hold a lantern, we will stumble over each other, huddled beneath the sky as we are. Just give you some things to ponder and pray for. But we also know the Epiphany promise of Christ being the light of the world, shining in our lives, on us and through us. So I invite you to go and be that light and love to others who you encounter in the world.